she was so brave to write an X on social media, and she said like, I'm tired of like the justice in Venezuela. They do nothing about this, and I'm afraid. I have so many proof, and the case, boom.
No,
explode.
because the thing is that this girl, Rebeca, she will stalk not just her, like a lot of women. And one of them is a big influencer, Dani.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to the police, and they just laughed to her.
Yes.
Sonoro.
More than Mamis. Hello, hello.
Welcome to a new episode of More Than Mamis
Untold
Stories. What are we talking today, Untold?
Well, first I want to ask you, have you ever had a stalker?
Sadly, I have.
No way.
Yes. yes. You
How?
know that
When?
I always have a story.
I know. That's the reason why I asked you.
But not like in the baby Reindeer like Netflix show, because with that show it was crazy because he kind of liked it to
Okay.
being stuck. You know, he felt like important. To me, I was like, get away from me. And finally, I was able to. You know, we're in the U.S. The law works.
It was in Venezuela?
No, it was here.
Here?
And I was like, if you keep
But it
being
was
this
a
annoying,
boyfriend, an ex.
an ex.
Okay.
An
After
ex
you
that-
broke up,
Yes, that
he started like following you.
Yeah, he didn't want to break up basically, and he didn't accept it. And
He was toxic? It was toxic, the relationship?
yes. And I told him, and I think that what is important to do if you ever get in stuck, you know, go to the police.
Yes.
Go to the police and say, look, I have a stalker. These are the proofs. What I did was that I threatened him. I was
Okay.
like, if you keep doing this, if you keep showing up to my work, if you keep showing up to where I am, if you keep showing up to my house, I'll talk to the police.
That's scary.
It's scary.
Like when you know, like
Yes.
can move or go like
Yeah. I
by your
wasn't threatened
own.
by him because, you know, I knew him. I knew he wouldn't do anything bad. But it's like,
But
dude,
there's
it's-
like the finest
there's a
line,
fine
you know,
line.
like you
I
don't know,
know.
like when people like, no, he's, you know, like he's not going to do anything. Like I know him, and
Yeah.
then there's the line when like people starts
Yeah.
like getting crazy.
Yes, but thank God in Spanish we have me superó.
Me
He get over
superó.
me. so like I didn't know anything about him anymore, and I'm happy, thank God. And then when I watched the show, I was like,
Maybe he has a fake account and he follows all your moves.
I hope no. Please not.
So today we are talking about sexual harassment and all these crazy things in life, because right after the TV show was uploaded on Netflix, like the week after that in Venezuela, explode a case about sexual harassment where thousands of young women denounced that a woman called Rebeca was stalking them for so many years, 7, 8 years stalking.
This is what is good about this kind of shows, because it gives you the courage to speak up, because a lot of people have been victims of this kind of stalkers, and you know, they go to the authorities and they don't have enough proof, or like for example in Venezuela they don't take you serious if it's a woman stalking a woman.
Yes, there's
woman.
no legal, like there's nothing in the legal part that like the police or the justice can act, because there's nothing about women stalking women.
Yeah.
If they don't do like something bad.
And
like,
also like it can be like men stalking men.
Yes.
Yeah, it shouldn't
but
be.
the law, they have a law for men.
Oh, really?
Yes, the law doesn't exist for a woman.
Mira tú.
For a woman. Yes, and
Wow.
that's what was so hard for them to go to the police and talk about the case, because every time that they knocked the door to the police said like, we can do nothing. Like, I know that she is outside your house, but we can do nothing because she is like in the public space. So they had videos like in the parking area of their buildings, like
Such a scary picture.
A scary picture.
Like she
and
was
video.
like over the car, like looking at them, and I'm like, dude, like
Yes.
how insane you have to be to do that.
Yes. The case exploded on social media because one of the victims, she was so brave to write an X on social media, and she said like, I'm tired of like the justice in Venezuela. They do nothing about this, and I'm afraid. I have so many proof, and the case, boom.
No,
explode.
because the thing is that this girl, Rebeca, she will stalk not just her, like a lot of women. And one of them is a big influencer, Dani.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to the police, and they just laughed to her.
Yes, it was years ago, like 2-3
Yes.
years ago. Dani Barranco, she's a public, yes, an
influencer,
influencer, a public artist, she's a singer, and she went to the police.
Yes.
And even though she has so many followers, the police do nothing about her and the case. But like, well, this case is amazing and is unbelievable. Like, I have to tell you, I met Rebeca.
No,
Yes.
¿dónde?
I met Rebeca when I was like between 2013 and 2015 because she was a friend of one teammate from my
But she's
soccer
very connected
team.
because she knows a lot of people.
Yes,
like,
and
and
I
a lot
remember
of like
her.
famous people.
I remember her. She had like this, you know, like
like an attitude, like a
a
weird vibe.
marimacho, like, you know, that
Yeah.
vibe, like, but I didn't see, like,
You didn't see it like someone dangerous.
like someone dangerous.
You just thought that she
And
was
yes,
lesbian.
I called my friend after all this case exploded, and I just realized that what happening to her, and I met her because I forgot about her face. It was so many years. So I called my friend and I told her like, is she your friend? And she was like, yes.
And she was friends with her?
No, no,
Oh,
not
okay.
right now.
Okay.
She blocked her so like 1-2 years ago because she started like writing bad things about her.
Yeah, it's because when you don't like someone, when you don't feel good about someone, you need to like
Yes.
zero contact.
Yes, she blocked her, but she told me that Rebeca, she went like to rehab so many times, and she went to rehab like for 2 months, and then she went out and she was okay, and after that she started like using drugs, a lot of drugs. And
Wow.
that's like but for me the best, like the break point of this is like she has a mental issues.
No, for sure. If
She's
you,
sick.
If you go online, there's a book that she wrote that is published on Amazon that is about stalking someone. So, like,
Stalking,
persecuting.
yes.
Like, it's insane.
She has a sexual fantasy with these girls.
Oh, really?
Yes, she
I
writes.
didn't went deep
Yes,
in
she
the-
writes in the book like how she imagines to have sexual relationship with the girls that she is stalking.
Wow. And this looks like it can be something genetic because her brother is also very weird.
Yes, my friend told me that they lost their father like 5-6 years ago, that she never met her mom, that she was too alone at her house, and after she lost her dad, she became to use a lot of drugs, cocaine and a lot of this kind of
Yeah.
drugs that, you know, like make you crazy. I have a family member that she like. What is different about my family member and Rebeca is that my family member, she had the support, like the family support and her mother by her side to, you know, walk through the sickness. What is happening to Rebeca
That
is
she
like
does
she
not
doesn't have, for me, like the people
support
around
system.
to find the right help to just like be better.
It's sad. It's a sad story. There's also, she has a cousin that I follow on TikTok that I love her content. I even bought her book. And they're cousins, and it's crazy because now she's getting like all the hate on her Instagram, on her TikTok because of her cousin. So it's like Look, it's so unfair. Imagine that a cousin of you
it's unfair.
does something bad, and then
It's
you
unfair.
all the work you have done on social media is like
Yes.
is like gone to trash.
The question is, did she see like the bad things about Rebecca?
That's the question. You don't. That's what we don't know.
Did she try to help Rebecca before? Like that's what we don't know.
Yeah, but I feel
she's
like-
not guilty of
No, but I feel like
anything.
a cousin is like not. It depends. I'm very close to one of my cousins, but there's a cousin that I never speak with.
What I was surprised, like for me, like I read an interview of the victim, like the victim that wrote on X, and she said that after, like she went viral because of the tweet, the X, and then she went to the police, and after that she called her parents to tell them that she was going viral because she had that situation. So the
wow.
parents didn't know about the situation.
But that's a mistake.
That's a mistake. That's a huge mistake.
Especially if you're getting like harassed and you feel in danger, you should let people know.
Yes.
If something happens to me, this
For
person,
7 years,
Yeah.
Michelle. That's
7
a lot.
years.
That's a lot. That when you are afraid to go, I don't know,
But it's-
to the bathroom alone in a restaurant, when you're afraid to go to like there's a story that they went, like the group, because it was like a group of friends, and these girls went to the same high school of Rebecca, and they went to a festival and they were dancing and having fun, and they saw Rebecca arriving to the festival. But they couldn't do nothing because it's a public space, and like
Yes,
everybody can be in the same
exactly, you
space.
cannot-
But like you are afraid, of, like to go out, to
But
even
now-
get on the car.
Now, do you know if like the justice in Venezuela is doing something about it?
Well,
or-
yes. The justice in Venezuela, they are doing something, like they want them, but like they just got out of the country.
They're in Spain, right?
They're in Spain right now, in Madrid. They have family in Madrid, and they went to Madrid. But like 2 days ago, the
Interpol.
police, the Interpol, like they caught them.
Oh.
But I don't know what is gonna happen, because like Spain has like a law for the opposition and all the Venezuelans, like who
That protect them.
They protect them. So I don't know in this case, specific case, if they are going to return Rebecca and her brother to Venezuela.
Yeah, the thing is that in theory, there's probably not a law that yet it should be that it's a crime to like be a stalker in Venezuela, probably, to like persecute someone like that.
It's not a crime, but like I don't know if you read the book, there's a lot of like
Yeah, she can be judged by her own
yes.
words. And also like
Because there's a lot of like sexual images, like the way that she was going to kill
oh, wow.
one of the girls,
No,
and
that's
her
dark.
brother, I think her brother is in more like danger of being in prison, because
He
he
took pictures,
took
right?
picture of
minors
yes, of young men inside a bathroom in a
in a club. in
famous
Venezuela.
club in Venezuela. He he upload those videos on social media and on internet. So that's
And he has like insane amount of pictures.
and the
It's like-
posts
Yeah.
are so weird.
It's super weird, and he has like 3 different accounts on Instagram, and he has like 10,000 posts. I'm like, dude, I'm a content creator, and I just have like 3,000. Imagine how many pictures you need to put.
Yes. Comparing this with the family member that I have in that situation, like I feel sad for them, because when you have this sickness, when you have such a mental issue as Rebecca and her brother absolutely have, like you are not you, you are someone else, because your brain,
But you're still responsible.
I
for what
know
you do.
your brain is not working properly. Your brain is damaged. So it's sad that they are going to end in prison or having the worst life ever.
Yeah, because
Just
everyone
because
knows them now.
that yes, they cannot live in Venezuela anymore.
No.
You know, if they are like,
even in Madrid, there's
if they're
a
out
lot
of prison,
Venezuelans
yes,
there.
they have to move, and they have to be inside their houses, and they have to be in rehab. They have to be in a mental, I don't know, facility.
Something. Well, this is insane. What we want with this episode, if you know someone that is getting stuck, or if you feel like you're in danger, you feel like there's someone stalking you, you know, you need to tell first your family. Like, you know, so they also, because these stalkers, sometimes they go to your family members. They cannot get you, but then they get someone else.
And they know, like what the girl said, like they knew everything about her.
Exactly.
The emails, the phone numbers, the name of the friends, the boyfriend.
No, they can know your address. They can know everything. So you just need to speak up first, tell your family, and then go to the police.
Yes.
Like you need to report it and collect proofs. So it ends. You put a boundary, because sometimes we think, oh no,
Yes.
it's not gonna do
That's
anything.
the word, boundaries.
Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. But when they see that you're serious, it's like I've seen it. I have friends that it's been in weird situations and they have done it, and it works, because you know the law is the law, and no one wants to be, you know, in trouble with the police. So I think that's the best. At least in the States, I know it's way easier to deal with this kind of problems.
Yes.
And especially
for sure.
after baby
sure.
Reindeer
Yes,
show.
and after reading the story, it's like, as a parent, you have to be like, you know, aware of what is happening to your daughter. Even if she is like 20, 21, like, I don't know, there's like a bond or something like you have to have with your girl, because like I cannot understand how she didn't say anything to her mom or her parents.
I don't understand that. And the last thing I will say is, you need to have, it sounds cliche, but you need to have self-love, because some people will feel like they're getting attention by this person that is stalking them, and they feel like, oh, like,
that is what happened with baby Reindeer.
Exactly.
He felt like, wow, I'm important. I feel
important,
okay. You know,
like you know, she's obsessed with me. Blah blah blah. And so you let it happen, and that person thinks you like it, like truly, like not just the attention. You truly like them. So I think if you have enough self-esteem, that won't happen.
Yes.
You will see the red flags right there.
For sure.
All right. Well,
And thank you to a girl who went viral.
Yes.
She was
so very
brave to speak out and to like say the truth. I think that was the break point to.
I know, and it's not easy, you know. If it's hard to tell like your family, like, look, there's a girl stalking me, you can be judged. It's like, why? Like, how does she know about you? Like, have you met her? Like, your friends? Like, some people say, well, this is your fault. So it was very brave from her and us. Like, when we see that someone speaks up like this, is that okay? Yeah, we're saying like it wasn't good that she didn't say it sooner, but at least she did.
Yes, she did.
She did.
And she's an example for every girl or even a guy who is happening for the same thing.
All right. Well, thank you for watching Untold Stories. We are live on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the platforms, and in YouTube. We have episodes every Wednesday in the audio platforms, and every Thursday we have our YouTube episode. So
and if you
tuned.
speak Spanish or if you speak English and you're a mother and you want to hear listen to our podcast, every Monday we have a new episode of More Than Mamis. You can watch it also on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts.
All right. Well, see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Remember to subscribe, like, share, everything. Bye-bye. Listo.